We're at the midway point, ready to roll with the third rotation in the women's individual all-around final at Flanders Sports Arena. Natalia Ziganshina is in the hunt.
Same vault as Ashley Peckett earlier, the Yurchenko 1.5. It's scored out of a 9.7. Good strong vault and a nice landing. See the round off reaching for the horse. The new table allows a larger surface area to get a good strong block. Good job there.
9.287 for the first vault for Ziganshina. Her teammate, Svetlana Khorkina, has put some distance between herself and the rest of the field with a great bars routine.
She needs a strong second vault. She'll increase the difficulty here, adding another half twist. So now it's a double twist. Higher start value. Take a look at her position in the air. Legs are slightly crossed. There will be a small deduction for that, but nice and square in the landing zone.
Youngest of the Russian gymnasts, 9.343 is the average after a 9.4 second vault. Here is the leader, Svetlana Khorkina. Won the World Championship in 1997, has been trying to get back to that form.
First sequence will tell it all. She was hesitant in the team final. Nails it today. She is in the zone.
No room for error on the balance beam. Khorkina knows that. Stark contrast with her and many of the other successful gymnasts on this apparatus. She is much taller.
And Khorkina is very gentle and loving to her teammates, but when she is on her event, she is intense. She is all-out diva. She's been with her personal coach, Boris Pilkin, who's 72 years old, her entire career. He's built her tremendous repertoire of unique skills, but his toughest job has been handling her mood swings. She can actually get very snappy with him, but in the end, she's always grateful and shows her love and appreciation. Beautiful line showing her hold element there, a full split, 180 degrees. Because of her height, Boris has had to recreate gymnastics. He's created all of these twisting skills like this gainer 2.5 dismount. Adds such a unique quality to her. Here's another twisting element. One of the first in the world to do this, the full twisting back handspring. That is a D-level skill in combination. And this dismount so tough, taking off a 1 foot, 2.5 twists. Her legs are glued together in the air, and a nice solid landing. That was a great routine, Scott.
Much of the beauty and the longevity of her career. 9.237 on the balance beam. The other great champions you think of, Corbett and Komenich, retired earlier. She mirrors the career of, say, Svetlana Boginskaya of Belarus.
It's great to see these athletes hanging there. Perhaps Khorkina can go to 3 Olympics.
Meantime, Andreea Raducan of Romania chases. She started on the uneven bars and scored down in the 8ths, so she's got to come from behind.
This is so great, having the top 4 seeds in one group. Judges are comparing them one against the other. We mentioned that earlier. It also adds pressure, I think, to the athlete. Going up after your biggest rival. You can see a few mind games going on between Raducan and Khorkina. Khorkina is definitely giving Raducan the eyes today. Nice, interesting combination there. Switch lift to a 1-arm back handspring, which has been upgraded in this new code of points to a C-level skill.
There's the contrast we were talking about. Much smaller gymnast than Khorkina.
Both have very pleasing styles. Raducan has done tremendous difficulty already, and it doesn't stop. Tumbling into her dismount, not a movement on her landing. That routine was outstanding.
This is where she hoped to make her move. The Romanians consistently so solid on this event.
Khorkina was stronger on bars. Raducan suffered a low score. She'll make up a little bit of ground here, showing a difficult full twisting back salto. And of course, tumbling into this dismount. Timing is so perfect here. She opens for the landing. No deduction.
9-4-7-5 puts her in third position, and here is the score after rotation number 3. Svetlana Khorkina, Ziganshina, her teammate. Tabitha Yim is third, but Raducan is very, very close. Rotation 4, the final event from the Flanders Sports Arena in Belgium. Remember, the top seeds, as Lori mentioned, are traveling in the same group. Apart is Daniele Hypolito of Brazil, who has been consistent throughout. She finishes on the beam.
Very intricate starting sequence there. That really feels good when you nail them out like that. Like floor, there is a 3/10 deduction for lack of artistry on this event. You'll see many different styles from the athletes. Tough combination planned here. Front tuck. Oh, slight hesitation into her sheep jump, landing with her feet turned sideways. She will lose the connection for that, but will still get credit for the difficulty of those two elements.
Very close to a medal, and that would be a breakthrough for Brazil.
And here, lots of noises and action in the background. It's so important to stay focused on this 4-inch wide beam. Here we go, tumbling into her dismount as well. Round off that handspring, double back, as if she's tumbling on the floor. Nice job.
Been a great competition for Daniele Hypolito. There's Oleg Ostapenko. We've been talking about him, formerly of Ukraine.
Here's her mount sequence, doing an element from the floor, the springboard, up onto a 4-inch wide beam and then tumbling out of it. Very risky, but she's perfectly on here.
Brazilians have performed well at these World Championships. Looking at her score on the balance beam, 9-3-7-5. Currently puts her into second position. The leaders, remember, still to come. One of them is Natalia Ziganshina, the 16-year-old Russian. She needs a 9-5-1-2 to put herself into the lead. The proviso, Svetlana Khorkina, Andreea Raducan are still to come.
And Scott, she fell on her dismount in team finals, and you know that's weighing heavily on her mind here. She has to make some corrections.
Has the hands well chalked up.
Very clean lines, nice straight back in all of her handstands. Extension is good. Intricate element right here. It's called a Shushinova, and it's named after her club mate, Elena Shushinova, who was the '88 Olympic champion. This is where it gets tough. Endurance is important, and she has to hit this dismount. Okay, a small hop, a tiny bit of under rotation, but she's on her feet. A solid routine.
Interesting dismount for Ziganshina of Russia.
It was a nice routine, good difficulty. You can see a hop change of her hands right there. She does a full pirouette on one arm, back up to another full. This time she comes back up through handstand with a half. No, a full turn. Very nice job.
And gets a 9-2.